In Edge Impulse, a deployment is a downloadable artifact that takes your trained impulse, so everything from the input block and its pre-processing, to the processing block and its feature extraction, to the model itself that was trained in the learning block, and even post-processing operations if applicable, and packages that all into an optimized library or binary that you can run on your Edge device. I'm Brian McFadden, a developer relations engineer here at Edge Impulse, and this is Edge Impulse Explained. In today's episode, we're taking a little bit closer look at what a deployment is, so let's get right to it and dive into a project. Okay, I will navigate over to the deployment page, and here you can see our default deployment is a C++ library. So as long as your device can compile C++, you can run the Edge Impulse SDK. But you're not limited to that. Depending on the IDE or the device you're targeting, there are so many options here. We have everything from Zephyr deployments, WebAssembly, Docker containers, specific binaries for dev boards, Linux binaries, all sorts of different options. Below that are some optimization configurations. So in this case, whether or not the model is quantized, and also whether or not to use our Eon compiler for the C++ library. Say I want to deploy to the Arduino Uno Q, however, you can see I can search for Arduino. There's a few options, but I could select this one, and this is going to create a binary specific for the Arduino Uno Q. And all I have to do after selecting the deployment option is click Build. And you can see in the bottom right-hand pane here that it's creating a job and it will create that binary for me. It only takes a minute or two, but we'll come back after that's completed. Okay, so the Uno Q binary has been created and automatically downloaded to my machine. So I'll open my downloads folder here and take a look. You can see I have two artifacts. The first one is the .eim file. So that is the Uno Q Linux binary, and this can be run with our Linux SDKs. And then I also have the C++ archive here. So I'll open that up and we'll take a look. As you can see, there is the Edge Impulse SDK. So this is all the source code you need to run your Impulse. And then there's some additional folders related to the model itself. And this is one of the really cool things about Edge Impulse is that you can take the same project and the same trained impulse, but simply by selecting a different deployment option, you can get a package that is optimized for a different device. This makes your impulse extremely portable and gives you a ton of flexibility depending on what you want to deploy to, if you want to experiment on different devices, tons of options there. All right, that's what I have for you today. As always, if you want something about the Edge Impulse platform explained, let us know in the comments, and I'd be happy to make a video about it in future. Cheers.